Hi everyone, William Weyser is back. Welcome to part 2 of my day after July 4th message video, and I am sure that everybody from the Odd Squad is watching this because I forgot to mention them in part 1, so I had to mention them in part 2, and I just did. So, let's move on to the remaining stuff on this list. Number 5. Soundproof booth. And Rick wants to do a scene with the soundproof booth in it. I got introduced to this in 2007 on Valentine's Day when a lady named Kate Miller was a contestant on Deal or No Deal, and I considered her to be my favorite contestant from season 2. Because she's a cutie, and I love her face and voice. Despite that she got taken and married. So, I know I saw this in the commercial, but it was also done on the actual episode. Because Kate is having a hard time making her own decisions and leaving this up to her husband because she's a shopaholic. Kate's husband got sent up to a soundproof booth and got locked in there until the end of the game. And for those who have never heard of a soundproof booth, and I've never even heard of it until that episode aired, it's some sort of isolation booth where you can't hear anything from the outside of that booth. And it worked out well because it helped Kate win $109,000. And a long time later, it made me think of an idea for a made-up Booba episode, and I made up Soundproof Booth. If you've seen my soundproof booth drawing, and on day 3 of Grandpapa Week 2-parter, you may remember that I talked about soundproof booth, and it's about Grandpapa inside this soundproof booth and seeing if he can hear the noise that Grandmama and Mr. Man are making. And if a soundproof booth is real, I certainly would like to go in there and just be quiet because my body is sensitive towards loud noise of any kind. And I even said that out loud at Heroes Camp last week, but according to one of my campmates named Brian Hadaway, not really. People can handle loud noise just fine, but me, no. And so because of all that, I made up the Soundproof Booth episode. And speaking of Deal or No Deal, this past weekend, I got Deal or No Deal cards in this card game. I never knew that this existed until this past Friday. And it contains 26 brief cards, 26 cash cards, 1 bank offer card, and 1 instruction card. It's really cool, and I would like to actually play with it sometime. And if you've seen my videos in late December and early July of last year and late December of 2019, I did videos of the Boobas dancing to Ready or Not, sung by Alan Thicke, and I was thinking of that song while also thinking of Kate Miller's husband in the soundproof booth. And because of this, I'm gonna need Rick's help on this. If I want to put Ready or Not, aka Sweaty and Hot, in the Upload New Robot Episodes, the musical playlist, which warm-up dance should I do? Should I do Wide Walks because of the soundproof booth warm-up? Should I do Wide Walks because of the soundproof booth warm-up dance? Or should I go with Jumping Jacks because there is one lyric in that song when Alan sings, "I know I'm not still 24," and the door is Robot episode number 24, and Jumping Jacks is the warm-up dance to it. And I'm going to be 24 in a little shade over a month, because my birthday is in next month. And any ideas after that, and before that, will be soundproof. Number 6. Movie projector and movie tickets. More about my made-up robot episodes. Because we're making our movie next year, I thought that I would make up a couple of episodes that are kind of in the same material. In Movie Projector, Grandpapa sees this movie projector and uses it to stream a lot of pictures of the story people, including him, and make a movie out of it. And he has fun doing so. In Movie Tickets, Grandpapa finds these movie tickets, and I'm sure that he wants to use them to see Upload New Robot episodes, even though it's a TV movie. And you all know my reason as to why I don't want to release this in theaters, so I'm not repeating it. And if you've seen my drawing of it, you may remember Barney's Sensational Day, in that scene where Kim, played by Erica Rhodes, or Daniela Vega nowadays, pretends that she's the movie attendant, and Barney, BJ, Carlos, and Tasha walk up to her, and Barney says that he has tickets and they want to see Captain Pickle Saves the Day, and Kim is happy to do so and allows them to join their movie. And for those who are wondering, where's Jason? Jason is helping out with the popcorn so that everybody can have something to eat while they're watching the movie. And I'm gonna have to order something else to eat when the first few minutes of the movie starts, because I don't eat popcorn because of my limited food diet, but I have eaten popcorn before. So we will need a movie projector and movie tickets for further proof on why we're hoping that this thing is going to work. Number 7. What is Rick's house going to look like? Recently, Rick and I have been talking about his house and how my family and I are going there in May of next year. When I asked Rick about his bedroom, I was convinced that his bedroom was going to be upstairs, because those, for the houses that have 2 stories with stairs that attach the first story and the second one, a lot of bedrooms I've seen are upstairs. But good news for my dad, because he has knee problems. It turns out that his bedroom is actually downstairs, so he can see Rick's bedroom. But it's bad news for Mia, because her bedroom is upstairs, and my dad has problems and he doesn't want to go upstairs and look at her bedroom. Sorry, Mia. But not to worry, I'll go upstairs and see your bedroom and see what you have in there. And the same thing applies for Rick, because when I see there, I said that the one the one obvious thing that I know I'm going to see is his bed, but he told me that he also has his laptop, and he has a bunch of videos and DVDs in his collection, particularly those of Blue's Clues and You and Thomas and Friends and The Wiggles, and whatever he likes. So, speaking of family, I know that Mia is the older sister of Rick, so she has the advantage over him. Meanwhile, in this family, I'm the big brother. Well, in this family, I'm the big brother of Sammy, so I have the advantage over him. So he's been looking up to me in the same way that Rick has been looking up to Mia. And in terms of the oldest to youngest range, I'm the oldest. The second oldest is Sophie. The third oldest is Mitch. I just learned that the one in the middle is Kelly, because in October she's going to be 21 years old. And I want to know exactly, Kelly, when in October is your birthday? And sure, I'll do a birthday related video in honor of you. The third youngest is Isaiah, the second youngest is Rick, and the youngest is CQ. And so, because I'm the oldest, all of the other cast members, all the other main cast members in our movie are looking up to me, and I'm the one who has to make sure that they're safe and fine, and look up to them and hope that they're not in any trouble. And there are plenty of real-life siblings that the older siblings have to take care of the younger siblings, and it is possible for the opposite of that to happen. And I've also seen siblings where you'd think that the tall one is the big one, and is the older one of the smaller one or the younger one, but sometimes it's not always the case. And Rick is taller than Mia, despite Mia being the oldest. And on one episode that I've seen of Deal No Deal, with Cowboy Brett Sloan, and he was the one who started this whole Wild West Cowboys of Moo Mesa on Deal No Deal tradition thing that I've been doing. One of his supporters that he brought was his brother Craig, and Craig said out loud that he is Brett's big brother. I see Brett being taller than Craig, so Craig, if you're out there watching, I want to know, how exactly are you the big brother of Brett? Sure, birth order may be the answer, and you may have the advantage, but I kind of would like to know. But if that's true, then both you and I are even, because we have the advantage of being the big brothers, and we're here to keep people pumped up and hopefully make good decisions. So, that's all I have to say about part 2. And when we come back from this break, I will wrap up my day after July 4th message video with the final 3 remaining things. See you then.